Welcome back to Tarot by the Bay. I'm David. Okay, we're getting to the good stuff here. Um, this reading is going to be on Melania Trump and the upcoming trial, the hush money payment 2016 election interference case. Um, as a point of reference, I'm looked up an article about from Stephanie Grisham, who was a White House senior aide and was, I believe, the chief of staff for Melania Trump. And she wrote a book about the First Lady, and there were things that she shared. First and foremost was that Melania read all the press clippings. Just like Donald Trump, Melania Trump was very interested to see what people were saying and thinking about her, and then would try to work with Miss Grisham on how to shift the narrative to something that Melania liked. So, as I've mentioned before, when that audio tape from Christmas, the Christmas decorations leaked out, and you got to hear Melania's true thoughts about decorating the White House for Christmas and how she didn't care. And yeah, you found out she was as big a narcissist as Trump. She's just a covert narc as opposed to a malignant narc. That's the biggest difference. Um, it also talked about, amongst other things, her lack of a relationship with Ivanka Trump and stuff like that. But to me, the thing that was interesting was the Stormy Daniels stuff. When the news broke about the hush money payments to Karen McDougal and Stormy Daniels, Melania apparently was livid. And when they went to the State of the Union, she did not ride in the same motorcade as Donald Trump. Further, she asked for Stephanie Grisham to go find her somebody to help escort her to the State of the Union because the floors are really slippery. And what she wanted, and Stephanie Grisham first chuckled, said, "I've seen that woman walk on dirt roads in high heels." So she understood what the mission was to find a handsome young man in uniform to escort Melania to the State of the Union to piss off Donald. That's the love. Melania has her petty, and she knows how to rankle Donald Trump's feathers, as it were. She understands him, and she knows how to get him. So, one of the things that she was talking about after that was after that they were going to Air Force One, and she wanted to be driven to Air Force One before Donald Trump. And her reason was she referred back to Hillary Clinton walking hand in hand with Bill Clinton to Marine One after the Monica Lewinsky allegations came out. And she thought Hillary Clinton looked weak and pathetic for holding Bill Clinton's hand walking together when he had been accused basically of having an affair with an intern. And she did not want that. She was going to, as Stephanie put it, try to shame and embarrass Donald Trump. And Stephanie then posited, I don't know if the man is capable of its shame or embarrassment, but that was Melania's goal. So some other article I had read just the other day was that Melania wants Donald to fight. If these allegations are not true, he should fight and put basically this woman, this gold digger, whatever she is, this tramp, I guess would be the way Melania would describe Stephanie Clifford and Karen McDougal, these tramps, in their place. So I want to read. Okay, so where am I going with this? One, I've said this multiple times. For those who think Donald and Melania had an open relationship, you are wrong. There was no indication of that. Two, Melania Trump is as big a narcissist as Donald Trump, which means that she thinks Donald should worship the ground that she walks on. Just like Donald Trump thinks everybody else should worship the ground that he walks on. Three, if their relationship was open, Donald wouldn't be trying to hide it. He'd be out there not caring. Their relationship is not open, and Melania can be embarrassed by the antics of her philandering husband. And especially given the time that occurred. I'm sure that was, I don't know when she found out, but, that's humiliating. And Melania, like Donald, does not like to be humiliated. Narcissists do not like to be humiliated. So in some ways, I think with her wanting Donald to fight hard, that might be like Melania speak for, I want to see you fight and I want to see them humiliate you. And I'm there for that. But she might get humiliated too in the process as things come out. So long intro, but it's need to get on the same page. Some people are not going to agree with me. They're going to say that they don't care about Melania, who she's got an open relationship with Donald. She doesn't care what he does. I disagree with you. Come on down. Let's look at the energy. What's going on with Melania as this trial is coming up? Entertainment purposes only. This is going to be hard on her. Whether it's emotionally hard or physically hard, this is going to be hard on her because Donald's actions reflect on her, and they make her life harder and her son's life harder. I don't think she cares, honestly. Now I say that they don't have an open relationship. I don't think she cares necessarily what he does. She just doesn't want it to come out and embarrass her and make her life more difficult. By the way, Stephanie Grisham in her book said Melania was almost never coming down from her residence in the White House when she was there. And the Secret Service referred to her as Rapunzel because she was always up in her tower. And apparently also Melania's idea of what a first lady's life was to sleep in a lot. It was to sleep a lot. Like they never heard from her before 10 a.m. You're describing my wife at that point. But also required a lot of facials and stuff like that. So for Melania, at the time in the White House was just a giant spa week that lasted like 3 to 4 years. But this trial is going to be burdensome because it impacts her and her image, her wealth, what people think of her and what they say about her. Again, and the other thing that apparently Melania did was a lot of photo albums because she was very careful, again, like Donald, in cultivating her image. They are very, very similar. Wow. Oh. Again, this is going to be a hard thing, and it's like waiting for the testimony, and the thing she's going to find out is causing her a lot of anxiety. What is she going to do with all this information that comes out? And you've got the other court cases too, where Trump, is on the hook for hundreds of millions of dollars in the New York civil trial, and he's close to $100 million for E. Jean Carroll. The stock that is going to give him a big financial boost is cratering. And, honestly, I think to her, it's like, how much more of this can I put up with? How much more of this can I put up with? I've had a good run, and I still see Melania leaving. It's going to be any time now. I'd say before the end of summer. But somewhere between like the end of this trial, so let's say May through the end of August. That's kind of the big window. And I think it'll happen before the end of August. But I'm really wondering how much more things she thinks she can bear. Like, one more thing after this and she's done. So Donald having a stroke, she's out of there. She's not going to be his caretaker type of thing. What's Melania thinking about this trial? In the past, we got the Five of Swords. Donald, I'm sure, has gone up and down and denied everything. So, she's sitting there thinking, they're both narcissists. This is a card of narcissism, by the way. My way or the highway. So, Donald, if you're saying that you didn't do it, go defend yourself. Tell these two gold diggers to F all the way off. That's what I would do. And she's going to sit there and egg Donald on. Now, whether or not he does it, we will see. I don't know how Donald doesn't do it because, with the whole E. Jean Carroll trial, he didn't testify. He was found guilty. And then with the second defamation, he was found guilty again. So in some ways, I feel like he is going to insist with his lawyers that he testify, and he's going to be awful at it. But she's going to also goad him on. And cross-examination, if he testifies, will be amazing. Current situation, Six of Wands. I wonder if she thinks that Donald's going to win this case. It's possible. It's possible that she thinks that Donald is going to win this case. Or to her, there's something about a victory here. Either the victory is that Donald wins the case, or the victory is she finds out the truth and she's given a convenient excuse to leave. Okay. I'm laughing because there she is leaving, taking her stuff and leaving. But the other thing with this card, when I do relations cards, this is the card of swinging, fooling around, infidelity, adultery, that sort of thing. This whole case is, even though it's centered on the affairs, it's really the cover-up is the problem, and how to cover it up, which are the misdemeanors, but then it's related to the election and trying to steal an election, which is the felony. So this whole thing is about sneaking around and trying to get away with stuff. So it's hard to say is, again, this could be layered. This could be Melania's like, all right, he's been shown to be awful. This gives me the opportunity to sneak off with my stuff and maintain my persona, the mythology that I've built up around myself. But it's also about Trump winning that election, doing everything he can to win that election and steal it from the voters without them knowing. The other thing was, and this was pointed out, there's recordings of Trump trying to not pay Stephanie Clifford until after the election, after he's inaugurated, because then he doesn't have to pay her. It doesn't impact his ability to be the president. He would just fight her in court like he does everybody else. So that's going to be hard on his defense. Just saying. Lesson to be learned, Three of Wands. Oh, she is ready to go. Her bags are packed. She is ready to go, and she's ready to go overseas. She is done. Yeah, I think what's going to happen with this case is it helps her make up her mind. She's got an excuse. She's going to sneak off to like Europe, and he wants to cheat. Fine, I'm leaving. I'm gone. See you later. Bye-bye. Out comes the Three of Coins. The pair of threes here. We know that she's renegotiated her prenup. And I think she is going to take what she, quietly, behind the scenes, take what she can and go. If we're looking at this case here, Trump won the presidency. He got away with it. And, now this trial happened well after the presidency, and it's about the dark money that's underneath there. There's a lot going on with this reading, but how Melania sees it, this reading is a real pain in the butt for her. And what else is going to come out about her husband? They're both narcissists. He won the election, but if these allegations are true, then all eyes are on her, and she's been given an excuse to leave because of his infidelity. And I can go back to Europe. I can go back to Slovenia, where I'm loved by a certain percentage of the population. I'll just take my money. Nobody needs to know about that, and I will maintain my lifestyle. Does she think? She doesn't care for either of those two women. I'm sure she thinks, I can ask. I'm sure she thinks Karen McDougal and Stephanie Clifford are beneath her. But let's ask. What is Melania's opinion of Karen McDougal and Stephanie Clifford? What's Melania's opinion? opinion of those two women. I'll leave it right there. Come on down. Leaving. She's leaving with her son. She's going. This isn't telling me about her opinion of them. I think this is like what she's doing. Fine, you can have them. High Priestess. She's doing what's good for herself. Yeah, it's the end of that relationship. This is not telling me... Well, whatever happens with Stephanie Clifford and Karen McDougal, the testimony, that convinces her to leave. She's heard everything she needs to hear. It's time to go. Now is the good time to go in this relationship. And again, maybe go somewhere else in the world. Go overseas. Judgment in the past. So this is telling me what she's going to do. Now, mind you, this was going to be one of the questions I was going to ask is what happens during the trial or something along those lines. I think even before this, it could happen during the trial. She's going to leave. It's either, well, it might be after the trial because we got the judgment card here. It's either the judgment that she makes or the judge makes his order. But let's say after the trial is over and the judgment is in the past here, she's going. It's the right time to go, and she's going overseas. It's the end of their marriage. King of Swords. Yeah, here's the... It's like, the judgment's been made, Donald's been sentenced type of thing. Or Donald's in the process of being sentenced. Whether it's house arrest or whatever the sentence is. It's right around that time point. She may not be in the country for it, or she leaves the country soon after the sentencing. I'm curious when the sentencing would happen. Chariot, it's inevitable. The minute she knows the judgment, she knows she's leaving. It's just the timing at that point. The Chariot, yeah, this is inevitable. She is gone. She's already made up her mind she's leaving at that point. It's just gone and not coming back. All the women can be happy. That, if Donald wants to drink from all these women's cups, that's fine. She'll raise up her cup. Some guys will want to drink out of it. Yeah, she'll be done. She'll be happy to be rid of this guy. Justice, yeah. And then, the justice has been delivered, and here comes the divorce. The divorce announcement here. Again, she's going to go. And I don't think she's going to stay in the United States. I realize her parents are here. Her dad is here. I realize that they fought to get the American citizenship and all that. But I don't think she's planning on staying. And she might take her father with her. Certainly going to take her son with her if she can. So that would indicate a summer thing, right? Because he wouldn't be in school at the time. Maybe he takes a gap. Maybe he doesn't go to school the first year. Who knows? Okay. So Spirit wanted me to get to the end. Don't bury the lead, David, type of thing. But get to the end. What is she going to do? So I think this trial is going to be the final straw. That 9 of Wands to the 10 of Wands thing. It's the final straw. That breaks the camel's back. And she's gone. Do you want to share with us maybe if she's got an opinion? I'm sure Melania's got opinions on Stephanie Clifford and Karen McDougal, or at least their testimony. Maybe instead of the women, we can just look at their testimony. How does she look at their testimony? Let's see if any cards here want to stay on top. There's all sorts of flipping around here. And the card that was on the bottom was the 8 of Cups on the cards that were flipping over. If I flip it over now, the top card's now the 8 of Cups. I'm really trying not to force certain cards on here, but no. After she hears their testimony, she's emotionally checked out. She's done. She's done. Donald, yeah, she's done. Did I happen to say she's done? The title of this video. She's done. Wheel of Fortune. Karmic, it's kind of like she's expecting, she knows what to expect, and she's going to hear it. and it's just going to get things going in for it. It's like, this is the card right before the world card that came out on the bottom of that other deck. Their testimony, basically, it's the final straw. It starts at the last wheels in motion to end their relationship. Yeah, it's done. Done. Horrible betrayal. She believes him. She absolutely believes him. She knows Trump. She knows him really well. She knows what he does and how he does it. And the story they tell is all too real for Melania. Like, literally, if Stormy Daniels, Stephanie Clifford, gets into the gross details of Donald's misshapen mushroom type of thing, yeah, she knows they're telling the truth. She knows there's backroom deals that were going on. She's going to look at her. She'll talk with her lawyers about the prenup. And, is there are there any clauses in the prenup that allow her to leave now? Whatever it is, she's done. I'm taking my money and I'm leaving. I'm sneaking out. Here we go again. The 3 of coins and the 3 of wands. Yeah, in the past, she's made her plan. She knows she's going overseas. Their testimony just seals the deal. And she's taking her money with her. Yeah. Their testimony gives her, like, okay, that's the big push I needed. Donald better not get into the limo with her. Yeah. Mom, there's Melania pregnant with the possibilities, the pregnant woman. Donald, sticking his stick where it don't belong. That type of thing. His bastone. God, it's almost describing like, she knew she was taking a chance with Trump, that he was going to betray her. While she was away, he's out sticking his bastone while she's home pregnant because he's a no good philandering dirtbag. And he's out there drinking with other women type of thing. But, look at these 3 threes here. But Wheel of Fortune, yeah, their testimony ends it for him. She's been waiting for this trial to come up and for Donald to defend himself. She's told Donald, defend yourself to the best of your ability. And she sits back and watches and recognizes that he's absolutely guilty of it. He's been an unfaithful, emotional partner to her. And this causes her celebration because maybe there's something in that prenup that if he were to go outside the marriage or something along those lines, certain things are let go. That might very well be what this card is. But a 3, and a 3. It's April right now. Basically, I would say mid-July. July timeframe. Because typically, the court cases go... I think it's like a 3-week, this is like a 2-week or 3, call it a 3-week trial. That's what I think it is. And then, give the jury a week. It's not going to take them a week to find him guilty on these charges, but, give him a week. In 4 weeks, we will know the answer. So that's going to put us in mid-May. And then usually there's about 6 weeks to 8 weeks between the verdict and the sentencing. They don't happen back to back. It may be sooner than that, but usually there's a space of time between them. So we're talking mid-May. That could be to mid-June to the beginning of July would be when the verdicts are being done. And I would say, yeah, by mid-July she's gone. It could be, and it's likely sooner, but let's say mid-July. I'm trying to figure out what those 3 are, and I don't think it's 3 weeks. 3 weeks before she's like, I'm done. in 3 weeks' time, when all the testimony's done, she's gone. So gone mentally and emotionally from Trump. So the beginning of May, she's mentally and emotionally divorced from Trump, and now it's literally about getting away from him and then launch. No. She might go to, I'm assuming she's going to go to Europe, Slovenia likely. She's going to go to Europe. And then when she's over there, she's going to launch the divorce rocket on Trump. Okay. What is Melania's thoughts on Donald post-trial? What are her thoughts on Donald post-trial? This is one of those really gossipy ones, isn't it? It's like a long quickie. It's a longie. There's your love at first bite reference. Never a quickie, always a longie. What's Melania's? This card is kind of looking all fun. He's a pauper. He's not good for much money anymore. He has little value. Yeah. What's Melania's opinion of Trump after this? There's page of coins. Yeah, he's not worth anything to her anymore. The money's not worth it. Oh, it's the drunken hillbilly brawl. You remember that part I said about Melania talking to Stephanie Grisham about she's not going to pull a Hillary Clinton and hold his hand after the accusations came out? Oh, dude, Donald better not be in the same car with her. Oh, she's going to be livid. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, God. Her normal icy nature may melt away for the cold burn of fury. Yeah, he doesn't want to be anywhere near her. He does not want to be anywhere. If he thinks he can throw catch-up packs, man, that guy ain't seen nothing. Two of Wands. The planning. What does she think of Donald after this? Well, you know what it is? This is not Putin. This is not Trump. This is her. She's the emperor at this point. To her, she's in charge. It's like, forget this. I'm done. There's going to be well, I'm asking what she feels about Donald. And this is kind of telling me what she's going to do. So there's going to be a flurry of activity that she's already planned. And she's in charge of it. I'm only pausing in topic. It's like, well, what would this mean about her feelings about Donald? It's not even conflicted. It's just her feelings are furious. She is absolutely furious. And she's trying to plan out how she would convey that fury to him. Both optics and stuff like that. She is planning a big revenge party for him because of what's happened with this. And yeah, and this is going to be an emperor who takes no prisoners. It's going to be a brutal takedown. Her image is tarnished. She wants to escape with her image. And Donald's, she was, God, I keep starting and stopping. And what's sort of stopping me is I asking what her feelings are towards him, but I keep getting this is what she's going to do. So I'll just read what she's going to do. She's going to make his life a living hell. It's going to be tumultuous. She's planning her leave. She's leaving this lifestyle that she has. She's taking charge of her life. The Emperor and the King of Wands. She's got her lawyers lined up. And look at the look on this guy's face. He's pissed. This guy's pissed. Oh, you did this to me. Oh, you. She's gone from the woman of luxury to the beat-down stick. The man with the beat-down stick. It's absolutely coming. There's no avoiding it. The lesson bears the wheel of fortune. The same thing with the testimony. That has set her off. She is done. See you later. Goodbye. Divorce. Here we come. Yeah, no, I want to ask about feelings. She's not letting me into the feelings. She's just letting me into what she's going to do. Flurry of activity, planned activity. She's living this lifestyle. She's taking her life onto her own. This is going to be a take no prisoners. I'm taking my stuff and I'm leaving. I'm giving you nothing. There's nothing you can say or do to stop this. You did this to yourself and I'm gone. She's gone. I don't know how many different ways I can say it. She is gone. She's gone. And she's gone. To read any more is probably going to get me the same answer. I will end it here. Thank you very much for watching this video and supporting my channel. I appreciate it. Thank you very much for your likes, shares, comments, everything you do to feed the YouTube algorithm so my video makes it out to a wider audience. To folks catching me for the first time or just discovering this channel recently, welcome to the channel. I appreciate the fact that you found us and you stayed through the end of this video. Thank you for supporting it. I hope you found this reading insightful, and I'll catch you on the next reading. Take care.